Don't need that. Don't need that. So, Jagomir is exactly what's been promised. A wonderful, swampy world. It's hot. It's humid. You all start sweating. The Wookiee stinks already. He's only been off the ship for 5 minutes.
The robot is perspiring and worrying about rust.
I don't think Gan's sweat, but he's definitely uncomfortable.
You feel like at home. If only I had more methane.
Those of you that breathe like natural air feel a little bit lightheaded.
You all feel a little bit high.
It's an oxygen-rich world. So,
I have a rebreather. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's not enough to be dangerous, but it's enough to, just make everyone feel a bit weird.
You mean you feel a little bit more chipper and you have spring in your step?
Actually... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you come in.
Well, I was going to say, you probably actually would be able to do some more athletic things without as much difficulty since there's so much oxygen in the air.
Except when you get off this place, you're going to be just going to be a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, your athleticism is not confined by how fast you take in oxygen, but how fast you expel carbon dioxide, so
It
actually wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind then.
It's more the build-up of lactic acid that takes you out. That's the pain from when you're exercising.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
The more you know.
If you get buried alive, you'll last a bit longer.
Now it's time for me to sit here and buried underground for eons upon eons while I decay.
Well, no, there's abundance of oxygen, so you'd actually rust faster.
Has sweet, slow oblivion.
Yes, swamp plus oxygen rich does not go well for anything metal.
It's why I'm wearing a rubber suit.
Oh god.
Oh, he's a gimp.
Wearing a rubber schmuck to protect my joints.
Well, anyway.
Alright. Anyways.
So, you land inside the hangar. The hangar, in this case, just being, we've blown these trees down and flattened the land. Just like as you get off the your ship and into the wilderness around you realise that the morale is low. People are doing their jobs, but there's just like that feeling that everyone's dragging their feet slightly.
Well, y'all just...
Yeah, you go.
No, I'm saying we all just lost a home and now we're on Nom World.
Yeah. Apparently this base has been codenamed Resolute. But it's not really, her name is not helping people.
Would there be a leadership check to, say, inspire people to do better?
Possibly.
Or...
Yeah. There's also other news coming in from various parts of the Empire. The Death Star has already been seen above a couple of other planets that were leaning towards, joining the rebellion, and they've pretty much capitulated the Empire. It's doing its job. It hasn't blown anywhere else up, but it's making itself known.
Tarkin Doctrine in action.
Yep. Also, there's news from Tatooine. Mos Eisley is no more.
No.
Apparently, the Imperial response to the revolution they started was to level the city from orbit. Didn't take them very long. It was a very small town.
Wasn't really
Relatively speaking, yeah. When you got a Star Destroyer, it's a small town. There's now a big area of glass that used to be Mos Eisley.
And now that's just going to become another part of the attraction of pod racing.
So, the base currently consists of 10 buildings, each constructed from prefab garrisons. These are things that have been stolen off the Imperial army, and they're basically just like modular, clipped-together buildings. Each one's about 50 metres wide by 70 metres long. which is just a series of walls and roofs that lock together. They go up quickly, but they're not the most comfortable. There's 5 housing units, a mess hall, including a mess hall, 2 medical facilities, 2 command units, and a repair bay.
So one of the first things I'm going to be doing is trying to rig up like an antenna to like track if anybody's trying to leak the location.
Would that be mechanics or computers?
Probably mechanics to rig it up.
Yeah, the GAN's gonna go ahead and throw in an assist there.
I suppose. How well did the rebels do when if things got to close quarters, or did it not really happen?
I think you were basically the last in the line for most of the battle.
All right.
So, yeah, where the Imperials landed, they didn't do very well in close combat, not against stormtroopers.
All right, so I suppose Calabev will try to, because he's close quarters specialist, he's probably going to try and lead them and train them a little. Anyways, be right back.
I'm going to have invigorating seminars about proper loyalty to the Alliance and increase the esprit de corps, hanging happy signs and so forth. See if I can invigorate people to feel better.
One of those greens should be a yellow. And I don't think you get a boost die.
Well, I thought I got a boost die from assistance.
No, you get a yellow from assistance.
Yeah, it's skilled assistance for an unskilled person.
The boost die is just unskilled assistance.
That's better.
Yep, you're quickly able to set up a couple of antennae, get them scanning through, looking for anything that's being broadcast, because broadcasting across space requires some serious technology.
Right. Should be pretty easy to triangulate if anything goes off, and I imagine the base is under radio silence for right now.
Yep. So, you're kind of like wandering around the base, and of course, at some point you'll head over to the mess hall, where Hayden's the bartender from the last place, guy with more cybernetics than actual limbs. He kind of catches your eye and motions you over.
Hello again.
Hello.
I think I'll just have some water sometime. Last time didn't work out too well.
Yeah, well, water's about all we got now. Have bartender in name only. And then he kind of glimpses and, like, somebody who's standing at the bar gets up and leaves. And he kind of looks you straight in the eye. Had my suspicions at Arda that something wasn't right. Now have you found something here that could point to a trace amongst us. I need you all to look into this further. You must be careful, though. Do not raise any suspicion to your proof. Around here, teachers on the brink. We can send it over the edge with baseless accusations of fear-mongering.
All right, we'll be discreet, but honestly, we have no leads to go on.
Yes, that is the unfortunate. Whoever this spy is, they know to cover themselves very well. Hopefully they'll slip up, though.
Well, until then, does not seem to be much we can do.
No. Although there are plenty of rumours about this place. There's the pirate base that's apparently around here somewhere. And someone said there's some weird, shimmering falls that, keeps calling to them in the middle of the night.
Sounds like a force ruin. Stay away from those. Those places are... I was in one on Alderaan. It It told me I should feel bad about that time I stole my sister's plush toy. Whole thing's absurd.
But
How old
force,
were you?
Force 13, 19.
Well, Aton's like in his 50s.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
He does not look it.
He's well preserved.
So the alcohol.
Plus, you know,
Future tech.
Bacta.
Every night, back before he goes to sleep.
Yeah.
He's,
Yeah, what do
he's
you
been
think
in
he's
the
And
been
finally
using those
back.
stim packs on? Botox.
What did I miss?
The storybooks.
Yeah, the bartender told you not to cause start fear mongering, and then he told you that there's loads of rumours in the area around stuff like a pirate base and strange waterfalls that call to people.
Calculon will feel sad and put away the torches and pitchforks.
Alright. The pirate base is somewhat interesting. Any dangerous wildlife that needs cleared out?
Yeah, possibly. We've had a few problems. You could go speak to the doctor in the med bay.
Of what?
Oh,
No, I didn't hear you. What?
yeah, we've had a few problems.
Okay.
Something's out there that's taken out one of our patrols. They're currently quite sick.
Ah.
Doctor's work is never done. I'll check that
Well,
out.
is it Atten, you want to go and try to help Medbay, and the Gand and myself will go see about cleaning out them nasty critters?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll see you in the med bay soon enough, I guess.
Well, the med bay was
Absolute-
to talk about the critters.
Absolutely no faith at all. I see how it is. But as a precaution, are there any spare stim packs?
Now that you have,
I can palm one off to you before you go.
Alright, that would be most appreciated. Having
now
the
that you're
ability to just slap another 5 wounds onto somebody is really, really nice. Alright.
Calculon will go to med bay. Maybe some people will need to be, inspired.
Well, while I'm at it, would you like an adrenal stim before you go?
No thanks!
Straight between the chest.
Would you like drugs or drugs?
Well,
many drugs
no,
would you
adrenal
like?
stims are completely harmless. They just cause strain.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
they just cure strain?
No, they cause strain, but they give you +1 to an attribute.
I'll skip.
You can keep your personal trainer bot nearby, and I can cure strain. I am now a trained therapist.
It's like, yeah, inject those drugs, take those drugs, feel
But you
the
feel better
stim.
about it. But remember, you are not dependent on the drugs. The drugs are dependent on you.
What? Also, how did the troopers take to my training? Or should I make a skill roll for that?
Pretty sure that would be leadership.
Leadership.
Well, that would be pretty much after they finish building things up here.
Yeah, there's not really much time for training at the moment.
Yeah, true enough. I'll just go and beat the hell out of some native wildlife.
I mean, if you want to train them in the proper use of using a large shovel, and by using a large shovel,
Using a large shovel to murder people? Okay.
Caliban
how you
seems to have some rage issues. Oh wait, he's a Wookiee.
We should probably head over to the med bay, see if we can get a lead.
All right. I'm with to the med bay since there's talking to be done there.
Yeah, we can't just go tromping off into the swamp without knowing where the hell to tromp off to.
We had to find the location of that patrol that got attacked, so that we need to talk to the remnants of the patrol. Also, if we can actually get look at their wounds and see if they're using any poisons or diseases. I mean, we don't want to end up fighting the giant poison dart frog, which fires poison darts.
Just teeth coated in some neurotoxin.
See?
So I'm looking at the picture of what they are. Mhm. Right, so you arrive in the med bay, and it's currently a bustling hive of activity. Dr. Morrick and her assistants operate on the grievous wounded patients in an ISO lab. Various medical droids tend to minor wounds in the main area. Major Yulor, speaking with one of the wounded, looks up as you enter, and then he approaches you. He looks tired, and his usual jovial personality is subdued. We don't know what's attacking our scouts, but whatever it is came out of the mist quickly and violently. These scouts gave us jumbled reports, as many of them are still in a state of shock. However, we know the creature, or creatures, has a virulent toxin on its appendages. Please take any necessary precautions. We don't have any security droids here, so, we're kind of just waiting on you guys. That's pretty much all we got left that we can spare for this.
When you say shock, do you mean a state of severe blood loss or psychological damage?
Bit from column A, little from column B.
I can deal with psychological damage if someone else wants to deal with the physical damage.
They've already got medical droids working on them, so the physical's just going to take time.
I don't give no shits about physical damage. Let's go.
Wait. I want to try to see if I can, quickly derive an antitoxin by examining...
The toxin?
Yeah, the toxin.
Yep. That'll be
How
hard.
hard would that be?
3 die hard.
Okay, hard. Okay,
toxin.
Okay.
Now,
this is beyond me.
Yeah, you'd need hours at least to study this. Major Lord does say, though, he can give you some equipment. Detection devices, medical supplies, survival gear, stuff like that. Basically, 250 credits worth of stuff for each of you.
Ooh.
Wait, 250 credits worth of stuff?
Yep.
Worth of medical stuff, survival gear and such.
Yep. So
Still totally worth it.
Yeah, not weapons, but anything else, pretty much.
Any of that gear repair spray?
Page 1827, apparently.
Ah. And a can of respiratory spray for the droid. Well, there's a virulent beastie out there. Thankfully, I'm made of metal. If only we had...
Tauntaun pup tent. I'm not sure I want to know if it's mate.
It's made of pups, or... It's for pups, or...
I heard Tauntaun, which was kind of like a completely different image. Like, there's your tent.
Yeah, exactly.
A tampon tent? Oh god, a tampon tent.
No, Tauntaun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tauntaun pup tent.
Yeah, from Hoth, so... Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
I'm not sure I want to know why they call it that.
A field kitchen is 500 credits.
Yeah, field kitchens are huge, dude.
Well, depending on how long we're going to be out there, because it's grants 2 boost dice, gaining survival, education, skill checks, made to store, identify, cook, or sterilize consumables. So if you want to store them, if we want to, get this monster, and maybe milk it for some poison. I can't think of as a droid, and since my brother was a medical droid, I can't think of any poor use for poisoning. Nope, I'm getting climbing gear. Remember, always get more rope.
I have some rope if you want it.
See, well, oh wait, I'm sorry, I've been drifting off a little bit. We get the equipment now?
Yep.
Oh, alright.
How much are omnoculars?
Or stim packs.
Or omnioculars, or whatever they are.
Macro binoculars.
Macros?
Macros are 75, electros are 250. You could get an electro-binocular.
Yeah, macro binoculars are just binoculars. Electro binoculars have like thermals and shit.
Yeah.
Thermals and a.
Electro binoculars are used to see in normally in low light, extremely bright, and inclement conditions. 10 magnification of targets up to 10 kilometers away, and may remove any setback dice and perception checks made to identify an object in low light or long distances. So that could be useful for something as a T.
Wait, what does a military field manual do?
Nothing.
It gives you a boost dice to 1 skill. That's why my mechanics usually has a boost die on it, is because I have a mechanics manual.
You're consulting the manual as you do it?
Yeah, exactly.
And Saphras, RTFM.
Huh?
RTFM, read the fucking manual.
Exactly.
So, is everyone going to figuring out what they want?
How much? Oh, okay. I'm curious.
Bacta.
Surveyor, but I'm taking a surveyor's bag.
I'll just probably figure out something a little bit later. Just basic stuff for going out on the trail, and probably some more stim packs.
You haven't got a problem, have you?
Hey,
Really
hey,
does.
stim packs are very, very nice when you're bleeding out of every single bit that you didn't think could bleed.
Yeah, I can't open the manual right now, so I'll just give my share to other people.
Oh, that's an Enter the Unknown. So.
I mean, I can't open PDFs.
Right.
Enter.
So, you'll also lend a few speeder bikes. Unarmed, unfortunately, but they'll get you through the jungle a little, the swamp a little quicker. And it saves kind of tromping through all the water.
Yeah.
Given the number of scars on us, that's a good way to get gangrene, so.
You are pretty much all having to change your bandages like daily.
Or, so I'm going to attach myself to the mag harness. Chink, ready to go.
Just going to attach yourself to the speeder bike. Clank.
Blank. No one said I love being a robot. Says the robot.
Clunk, damn it.
Clink.
Clink, yeah.
No, Clink. No, the one thing that the one thing robots fear most is obsolescence. You know what happens when your ports go out of date and you have to get upgrades and you have to extend in the upgrade line and you feel embarrassed because you're staying the upgrade game to get your ports upgraded and you have to work on your ports. Yeah. Sorry, what?
Yeah, I think you need a personality clearing. You're starting to get buggy.
So who's going to hit the big red reset button on the back of his head? Memory wipe!
Hello, I am Galculon. I am the leading star of all your circuits.
Which was cancelled. Every time the wipe his memory, they have to explain all your circuits has been cancelled for 15 years. Every time he gets a memory wipe.
This is why you don't factory reset them each time. Last time that happened, you don't want to think of what happened last time.
Okay, you set off into the jungle. Swamp. Wow, jungle is swamp.
Swampy jungle.
Yeah.
Swampy jungle.
Hello, Nom.
Yep. You're in space
It's not
now.
on fire yet. We should fix that.
Look, you've only been here a couple of days.
Don't worry.
It took you 3 days to jump here. Even if the Imperials found out straight away, they won't be here for another day.
And then they were here another day later.
This time with the Death Star.
You can't go blowing up every goddamn planet that's in your way.
That'll
But
just
there's
get a
so
blank
many.
stare.
Don't worry, they'll just use the planet. They'll use the planet creator after they blow it up with the Death Star.
So it takes you roughly 40 minutes of travelling to reach where the scouts were. It starts getting a little too close for the trees, get a little too close for you to fly your speeder, so you have to park them up in a relatively dry spot. It's only about a foot of water.
Splash, splash. Oh my sermos.
You haven't seen the sun all day. It's just covered in fog and trees.
There is foliage, lots of foliage.
Yeah, insects, birds, things you don't really understand what they are that are clicking, buzzing, screeching, howling. This is a wonderful place.
So basically, they said, "What would make us miss the desert?" And then they went here.
Yep.
So, do these speeders have any sort of sensors on them so we don't necessarily get ambushed just right off?
Yeah, but you unfortunately have to leave the speeders behind now.
And
Luckily,
somebody whip out the Electros.
Yep.
Oh,
the GAN
Well, that
can
was-
see things. That's a
Well-
sense. I can spend one of those points to sense every living thing within short range.
So, before they get into our pants. All right.
Not exactly before they get to us, but yes, before they manage to ram themselves down our throats.
Yep.
I'm loving the imagery.
We don't know what's out here.
Something nasty that we're going to kill, regardless.
Yeah.
Wait, if you can sense living things, and this place is full of living things, you
Yeah,
just
you
like
got blinded.
Yeah. Oh, God damn.
A bit overwhelmed, but
I can hear everything.
And it's all going, hungry.
Well,
Oh, God.
it's the problem you have when you're force sensitive and what do you call that? The second KOTOR game. Where it's like
what difficulty would a discipline check have to focus on things that are likely to actually attack us?
Probably average. You're getting quite used to
So
attack-
2?
2. Yeah, everything's getting used to attacking you at this point.
Yep, perfectly fine.
All right.
Yep. There is something out there. You can kind of sense it. It's a bit deeper into the swamp, but not too far.
All right. I suppose we'll start tromping to there.
Yep. At some points, the water gets waist high.
Oh, nuts.
So,
So about chest height for the Gand.
can everyone give me an athletics check?
Okay.
Difficulty...
Difficulty 2 with 2 setback.
Wow.
so how
All right.
badly are we going to fail?
Very.
Nope, just...
And calculon?
Can I help some of these foos out?
I think we may have lost him.
Right. Anyway, we'll get him back anyway. Take 2 strain from just having to slog through all this water and filth and mud.
All of us?
Those you fail. So.
Okay.
All right.
So you get close to the you find the tracks after a while of the scouting pastures. They're quite easy to spot because they kind of had to chop their way through all this foliage and like stuff like that. You can tell where a squad of people's gone through quite easily. And then you start coming up with stuff like blasters and other bits of equipment that's been scattered across the area. Some of it's up trees. It generally something bad happened here.
Calibev, Ben, let's see. Are any of these pieces of equipment salvageable, or are they just totally corroded now?
They're pretty much gone by now.
Nuts. No point in picking it up and bringing it back.
No, it's all waterlogged. And some of it's covered in ooze. You come across a small clearing. And this is the first time you see like the sun for in a while because there's actually a break in the canopy. It looks like somebody's arranged a group of rocks and vines into a pile moss and other vegetation has been scattered around to help camouflage it. And track leads to the pile up until around it. The dirt seems disturbed.
Oh.
Methinks we found a nest.
Anybody got a grenade?
Methinks we also
That
used
would
up most of our
probably-
grenades.
That would probably be a bad idea.
Well,
Yeah, grenades in the forest aren't really great.
I just
It's
wanna,
more because if the thing knows what just happened to its nest, it's gonna come running.
Yeah, I don't want to go in, go look at the nest is the thing. It's like I want to try to flush it out if it's in there.
True.